I've got your energy stories for the third week of November 2023. And in the first one, New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced that expedited offshore wind solicitations will take place early in 2024, with an RFP to be issued November 30th this year, final proposals due on January 25th of 2024, and award announcements by the end of February. Projects that it's unsuccessfully petitioned the New York State Public Service Commission for financial relief have the option of participating. It will be extremely interesting to see who bids in and at what price. Speaking of RFPs, I noted in a previous video that the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT, had thrown a Hail Mary in the face of a potential capacity shortfall this winter, releasing an RFP in early October for up to 3,000 megawatts of capacity from mothballed power plants and demand response. Well, ERCOT threw the party and almost nobody showed up. Only 11 megawatts applied. So ERCOT canceled the RFP on November 17th. CEO Paulo Vegas commented that this auction was, quote, an extra layer of precaution to mitigate higher risk, unquote, and noted, quote, ERCOT is not projecting emergency conditions this winter and expect to have adequate resources to meet demand. According to ERCOT, though, the RFP was based on a probabilistic analysis indicating that if the region experienced a storm similar to Uri, then there would be a 20% risk of ERCOT entering emergency alert conditions. I leave you to draw your own conclusions as Texans pray for a warm winter. Chinese sales of cars with plugs hit an all-time high in October, notching a record 956,000 units. 646,000 of those were pure electrics, and 310,000 were plug-in hybrids. Oh yeah, and about 500 hydrogen fuel cell vehicles were sold. Sorry if I wasted your time with that number. Fuel cell cars aren't going anywhere anytime soon. In this country, 2 years after the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act became law, the U.S. Department of Energy announced it's awarding up to $3.5 billion from that law to boost domestic production of advanced batteries and battery materials. The monies will be used to stimulate development of new, retrofitted, and expanded domestic facilities for battery-grade processed critical minerals, battery precursor materials, battery components, and cell and pack manufacturing. A priority will be placed on next-generation technologies and battery chemistries. Concept papers are due January 9th, 2024, with full applications by March 19th. And on the same day that the Biden administration released the 5th National Climate Assessment, which didn't contain a lot of good news, it also announced it would provide funds of over $6 billion for climate resilience programs targeting areas such as flood risk and addressing community environmental justice. $3.9 billion of that will be dedicated to increasing the robustness of the U.S. power grid. And finally, GE Vernova's onshore wind business completed its first onshore wind turbine made at its new wind manufacturing assembly line in Schenectady, New York. What's notable is the sheer size of this machine, which comes in at 6.1 megawatts and whose tip heights soar to 650 feet, the largest onshore turbine made to date in the U.S. It boasts a carbon two-piece blade design and is designed to address low to medium wind speeds. This will allow the wind industry to open up areas with lower speeds that haven't been economical until now, such as the southeastern United States. GE said the facility's expansion was enabled by the increase in demand for renewable energy stimulated by the Inflation Reduction Act. 200 employees will manufacture and assemble components for over 100 units next year. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and I hope those of you in the U.S. enjoy a wonderful Thanksgiving. See you next week.